Thierry Bastien was inside this Lauderdale Lakes Walmart when he saw a man beating up a woman. He raced in to help her out. He was for doing that right in front of his own family. Their lives have forever been changed now. This infant baby boy will now never get to know who his father was.
Let me talk to you. Yeah. Shut up, I'm talking.
When did it become the bystander's job to become avengers? Okay? This idea that if you're a bystander and you're walking down the street minding your business and you see some going down and you immediately have to jump in without a second thought, that is craziness, okay? Because in terms of bystanders, the only job a bystander has is to render aid if needed or find help, i.e. police officer, security. But it's not a bystander's job to jump in like it's a tag team match, okay? And for all the people out there that want to say, oh, well, you know, you have to jump in or you have to help someone because it's the right thing to do, it's the kind thing to do, it's the human thing to do. How many times have you been walking down the street and you've seen a homeless person and you completely ignored them?
I like this one.
What up, YouTube? We back with another one. And listen, where's the lie in what she says? When did the bystander become the superhero? We didn't. The bystander didn't stand by and just watch somebody get pummeled. If you made a phone call to the proper authorities, then you've done your job. Bottom line, you don't have to jump in to save anybody that you don't know. We already went through this so many videos. Listen, bottom line is you're not obligated to have to help somebody on the street that you don't know. You're not responsible to help anybody on the street that you don't know. Plain and simple. If you made a phone call to the proper authorities, that's their job to come in there and save that person's life. You did your job, let them do theirs.
Thierry Bastien was inside this Lauderdale Lakes Walmart when he saw a man beating up a woman. He raced in to help her out. He was for doing that right in front of his own family. Their lives have forever been changed now. This infant baby boy will now never get to know who his father was.
It's the sounds that plays back in your head. It's the whole scene that plays back in your head.
It was supposed to be a simple shopping trip that changed Makia Ford's life forever. She watched her boyfriend, an infant baby's father, Thierry Bastien, get shot 6 times.
In the front of the baby and in the front of my kids and in the front of me. That's something I'm never, ever going to get over for the rest of my life.
Ford says she and Bastien witnessed a man beating up a woman inside this Lauderdale Lakes Walmart. No one tried to help the woman out, and Ford says Bastien came to her aid.
When he threw her down and he started punching on her is when he ran off to go help her, and I pulled him back and I told him to don't go, and he said he'd just go in to help.
Bastien and the alleged shooter, a Walmart employee who was off the clock, Tyrone Sterling, tussled, and investigators say Sterling shot him. Ford pleading with the shooter after the first shot to spare her boyfriend's life.
I had the baby in my hand. I was like, no, please, even it's for the baby, even it's for the baby. And he just stand over him and he just shot him.
Sterling was arrested Tuesday night and appeared in bond court today where he was denied bond.
Sir, you're charged with while engaging in certain felony offense.
For Ford, it won't bring the love of her life back, who she says was an amazing father.
He was really all about his family, working and taking care of his family. And you just took that away from us. And that's not fair. It's not fair to the kids. And it's not fair to me, having the big heart that he have. He went down as a hero, but it's sad.
Sad indeed, and he did go down as a hero. The family has established a GoFundMe link to help pay for funeral expenses. If you'd like to assist, you can find all of that information on our website, local10.com. For now, that's the very latest here out of Lauderdale Lakes. Sinella Sabovic, Local 10 News.
It is just so heartbreaking. Okay, thanks a lot.
And this is the reason why we tell men not to jump in situations they know nothing about. We don't even know why he was beating that woman up in the store. But understand this, the wife knew what she was supposed to do and tried to stop him, but he still jumped in, and this is the end result. This is why men cannot jump into situations that they don't know. This is what you gotta remember. This can be the end result for a lot of situations. And y'all women running around thinking it's the right thing to do to send your man into bat for someone he don't know is insane. Even if it's not your man, if it's just a bystander, he should know not to jump into a situation like that. You call the proper people to come in and help that situation. If he did that or listened to his woman, he would still be here today. And on top of that, you want people, men, to jump in and help that chick, the scammer, what's her name, Rhoda Osmond? Yeah, y'all wanted people to jump into that situation because we thought she got hit with a brick. Even then, now we know it didn't even happen, and that's why people were standing around doing nothing because there was nothing to do because nothing actually happened. Wow. Insanity. And then to put salt in the wounds, okay? This man, his GoFundMe drew less money, dramatically less money than the scammer. Think about that. Dramatically less. So in other words, he ran in to help a woman in need. His life was taken away from him, and he drew less money. I don't even know how much money he drew. I think it was like 4 figures. I'm not even sure what the goal was, anything like that, but he drew dramatically less money than a scammer who claimed she got hit by a brick. Then to find out she didn't get hit by a brick at all, nothing even happened to her. Probably was an allergic reaction. Yeah, right. Make any of this make sense. Fellas, understand. Make that phone call before you dive into a situation. Or possibly, unfortunately, this could be that end result.
Cause if you think you're lonely now, girl, wait until the first. Girl, wait till that rent is due. You see, he was over there paying half the bills. And you was okay till you saw them hoes on Instagram said it wasn't cool. You said you'd rather be paying it by yourself than splitting it with a man. And guess what? I am the woman that will split it with a man. So now I'm just coming up with $850. Matter of fact, I don't even know what I'm gonna do with the other half because I could blow it. And now you over there, you gotta come up with $21.22 so you can take pictures saying you independent. If you think you're struggling now, you can't get him back though. He's actually kind of cool. And that dick,
I gotta admit, that was a little bit entertaining there. But in all seriousness, let's be real for a second, okay? Understand this. Ladies, there's some of y'all that think like this. When y'all go to a car dealer and you know you can get some money off on that vehicle, do you walk in there and say, nah, it's okay, I want to pay full price? No. When you go to the supermarket and you know you got coupons, you got a discount card, do you go in the store shop and then say, you know what, I want to pay full price for all these groceries? No. So why would you walk into a relationship thinking that, you know what, I'm already paying 100%. If I gotta contribute to that household, to that man, and pay half, I'd rather just pay all of it by myself. Does that even make any sense? You're supposed to go into that relationship as another able-bodied working person and contribute to the new household. And you will be saving up to about 50%, depending on what your income is and what his income is. And once again, it doesn't mean 50-50 split depending on who's making what. He might pay 60, you might pay 40. It might be 70-30, 80-20, 90-10. Maybe in extreme circumstances, he might pay 100-0. But you must go into a relationship understanding that you must contribute as a person. His money and your money equal more money. And y'all could save money because you're not paying the whole full 100 that you were paying previously. That's what a relationship is. It's two people that come together, put their resources together and thrive. And another thing that some of y'all don't understand is when a man's making a certain amount of money, he's making it for himself. So if he's making about 60, 70, 80K, he's making that knowing that he's taking care of himself at that point in time. He ain't thinking about you. You ain't there yet. So he's making decent money to take care of himself. So when you come in, your money's supposed to help that money. And that's how it works. It's a collective. The same way when you have kids and you want your kids to work and contribute, is the same way a man would want his woman to contribute. Especially now in inflation times, going forth into another year, 2024. So from 2023 to 2024, y'all still gonna have that same mentality of, well, if I gotta split with my man, then I'm gonna do it all by myself. Okay, you keep on with that. You keep on when you know you could have saved way more money by cooperating with the person that you like or love going forward. Yeah, make it make sense to the rest of us, please.
You date a guy that makes $75K a year?
No, that's so cute. No. With inflation in this economy, I absolutely could not. I don't think that he could afford our groceries. And I mean, and I'm buying organic, and obviously I'm buying all like grass-fed, grass-finished beef, no seed oils. So no, he couldn't afford that at Whole Foods. No.
No Whole Foods for this guy.
No Whole Foods. We're back at like Publix, like the sale section.
Like Walmart groceries.
Walmart groceries, yeah.
See, here we are with this delusional mentality. 75K is decent money, especially if a man doesn't have a lot of overhead. He just has the bare necessities of bills that he's supposed to have. And he might have an occasional one on the side. But other than that, 75K, people shop in Whole Foods and Trader Joe's and organic places, fruit farms and all that kind of stuff. Yes, they shop there. The average man, his money, as they say, for the average person in America is in the 40s. And a woman's was in the 30s. I think that's what it was. It might have been up by then. But in any event, people who make less than 75K shop in Whole Foods. People that make more than 75K shop in Whole Foods. As a matter of fact, let's just remove Whole Foods for a minute. A person making 75K can actually have more money than a person that has 100K. Because the man who has 100K might have more overhead and spend more money and save less money than the man who has 75K. So when y'all put these numbers together, y'all don't know what's going on in that person's life. So when you do math, understand that just because a man makes more doesn't mean he has more. Just because a man makes less doesn't mean that he has less. Okay, keep that in mind. But that's for people who deal with logic and reason and think about stuff like that and know the math on stuff like that. But some of you women out there, y'all don't think this way. All y'all care about is numbers, the visual. 6 figures looks better than 5. Yeah, until you find out the real deal with that person. Then you'd wish that you was with the 5K dude, the 5-figure dude instead of the 6. Because somehow the 5-figure dude had more money than the 6-figure dude. But hey, to each his own. But like I said, do the math. Think about it for a minute. And maybe you know what you'd figure out? You'd probably thrive if you just worked with the person that you're supposed to be working with. Struggle love wouldn't even be a struggle. Because some of you women out here struggling, making 5 figures. Some of y'all struggling making 6 figures. Remember, women, y'all spend more money on average than a man does.